Hey, Neil here, and in today's video, I'm going to be covering the differences between horizontal and vertical scaling systems. Now, before I jump into the video, I would like that you guys are subscribed to the channel because we do put out a ton of content around YouTube ads. So if that's something that you're interested in, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the notification bell so you are on top of everything that we put out. Now, let's jump into the video. Horizontal and vertical scaling methods are both very valid ways to go about growing your YouTube ads account. Now, simply put, vertical scaling is when you increase the budget on a particular campaign. This can also include increasing bids on certain types of campaigns. So, for example, this is increasing bids on CPV campaigns, increasing the TCPA bid in target CPA campaigns, or in general, like I said, increasing the budget on a campaign. Horizontal scaling is when you go and expand your targeting options. So you scale by finding new audiences. The key difference between horizontal and vertical scaling is that with horizontal, you're actually expanding your original audience and finding new people that might match your customer avatar. With vertical scaling, you're actually going deeper into your audience. So you're trying to access people that already match your customer persona, but you're trying to access them with a higher budget. Some examples of horizontal scaling include expanding your demographics, finding new topics, expanding your custom intent audiences, finding new placements and new channels that you can advertise on. So when do you use each type of scaling method? Well, this varies drastically depending on which account you're working on and how far along you are in your YouTube ads journey. What do I mean by this? So if right off the bat you aren't hitting your KPIs, it's probably not the best idea to go with vertical scaling because you're basically just going to be burning money on the same audience. So you'll probably get a better return trying to find your customers elsewhere. So that's why when we recommend is if you are not hitting your KPIs or you are in the beginning stages and testing a lot of things, it makes a lot more sense to do horizontal scaling. That way you can test out different audiences in a rapid fashion. Now, if you are hitting KPIs in your YouTube ads account and it's a seasoned ad account, well, what we recommend is a vertical scaling dominant philosophy. That means you're actually expanding into the current audiences. So you're gonna be raising budgets a lot more than finding new audiences. Now, there is a big caveat here, and I wanna make sure that everybody understands this. No matter how well your account is doing, you always wanna be scaling vertically and horizontally. The percentage of vertical to horizontal scaling can depend from account to account, and more importantly, how well you are doing in terms of your KPIs. If your results are far below your KPIs, that means you're absolutely crushing it, you could be a lot more aggressive with vertical scaling. And this really depends from each account. I wanna make sure that when you are scaling vertically that you aren't forgetting about horizontal scaling. And the reason for this is because each audience, whatever you're targeting, will have an upper limit. Obviously, audience sizes vary, but each one does have a cap. So if you're scaling vertically the entire time, there will come a point where the returns will start to plateau and then fall off. And you want to avoid this by doing horizontal scaling. One of the common ways that we see that an audience is starting to be capped is through ad fatigue, higher impressions, and higher frequencies. So once you see that, it might be a good indicator that you need to start testing out new audiences. The other thing that can happen when you are also testing horizontally is you might be able to find new audiences that might be cheaper than your original audiences that you're vertically scaling. This is a pretty common thing. When you think an audience is doing super well and you test out another audience and it actually outperforms your original audience. That is why we recommend a combination of the two. You want to make sure that you're hitting all of the new audiences as well as going deep into each audience and getting the maximum results out of them. I hope you guys got a lot of information out of this video. If you have any additional questions about other scaling strategies, be sure to check out the rest of the videos on this channel or join our free Facebook group where our team of media buyers is more than happy to answer any question that you might have regarding YouTube ads or any scaling strategies. I hope to see you guys in the next one.